and transition into that mainstream element. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be way bigger opportunities in the near future, for the state of battle rap if we keep doing things the right way. And I think just for that reason alone, because of the timing, you can't just put anything out there. Like people in the culture, we not really going to care that much. But just imagine new people to battle rap, or you trying to gain some new fans, or trying to get some new sponsors, and you come up with the title, niggas versus bitches. I don't know how that's going to help the culture. It might help him specifically, shock value, get a crazy event. But, to me, it's more or less about what do you care more about, your input to the culture or the culture. Yeah, I don't think real sponsors is going to pay no type of attention to that, especially since we just had an event called Kings versus Queens. You know what I mean? And some of the battle rap artists I interviewed, they was like, this is not a spinoff of Kings versus Queens. But I'm like, that's the perception, though. That's what people going to look at it as Kings versus Queens, and niggas versus bitches is some type of ghetto, hood type of event. The card is fire. The card is fire. And I don't think that he was trying to clout chase when he did it. I think, honestly, he looked at it like, look, we about to give a hood feel to males versus females. We about to get real gutter. Yeah, you got the Kings versus Queens. Everybody want to wear crowns and all that. We about to bring it to the hood. So, I haven't gotten a chance to speak to him as far as the interview go, but that's what I'm leading to believe, that that's what his mindset was. But again, that's not helping the battle rap culture right now. If it was last year, cool. Now we on caffeine and Twitch. A lot of celebrities is tapping in with battle rap. You know what I mean? The ladies are just getting that shine. You know what I mean? He is putting some girls on this card that don't be getting booked. So that's why I ain't really want to shit on it, because, he is giving some girls some opportunities. A lot of girls, they got to sit, and they going to have to sit even more, because if they trying to be on Queen of the Ring, and Queen of the Ring is just getting with caffeine, right now Queen of the Ring is going to put their best talent out for the next few cards just to get things established. So a lot of the girls that we think are nice, we might not see them, because Queen of the Ring has to put out a certain product just to get the ball rolling, in my opinion. So he was giving these girls some plates. I salute to him for that. But just the title. And the battle rappers really didn't care. They was with it. They ain't give a fuck. I had Diablo on. She made a good point. She was like, man, how y'all gonna trip over the card being niggas versus bitches, but y'all don't be tripping over them cards, them domestic violence cards and all that? Because we done had quite a few events titled domestic violence from different leagues. So it was some good points out there when it comes to this topic. But I really wanted to speak to the owner himself and figure out, where his mindset was with that. I think Jesse about to call up. I wonder what Jesse want to talk about. When Jesse get on this damn live show, he go crazy. Jesse Rican go crazy. So we're going to have to see real quick. I'm about to give him the number. And that's another thing. I don't know why he want to be a co-host on my network, but can't even write the number down. Can't even memorize the number. I swear Jesse Reed be drug tested at all times, yo. But salute to y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I was going to do Super Chat Sunday. I did Super Chat Saturday, yesterday. I was going to do Super Chat Sunday and continue the Queen of the Ring power rankings. But I lost my father early this morning, late last night. My father passed away, so I didn't want to do Super Chat Sunday today. I'll still do the Queen of the Ring Power Rankings. I'll finish it up maybe tomorrow, maybe later on. But I will continue the Super Chat shows probably next weekend. But yeah, man, and y'all make sure y'all say a prayer for me and my family. Shit is kind of crazy, man. Real unexpected, but you know, niggas gonna definitely push through it. I appreciate it, fam. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Battle rap culture is shock value is definitely at an all-time high, and everybody been talking about the card, so you know. So let me see what's up with Jesse real quick. All right, I gave him the number. Just waiting for him to call up. My phone went dead. Hold on, y'all. Yo,
Hello?
what's good?
What's up, brother?
Man, cooling. We live, chilling, talking with the people.
Yo,
What's
I'm
happening?
I'm so I'm so sorry for your loss, bro.
I appreciate it, bro. I definitely do, man. Definitely do.
Bro, when you sent me that message, that shit broke my heart, bro.
Yeah, man. Rough day for me, man. Rough night, rough day for me.
You're
I ain't
like,
feel like
yeah.
just being secluded, not doing nothing. So I said, let me just
No,
go
you
live.
want to talk about battle shit that you love, what? Oh, and by the way, I want to promote myself again, if I can, if that's okay with you.
Yo, I ain't got no problem with that. Now I know what you about to do. Well, you can do it, but you know, Zetro trying to put that together and do it official. So I don't know if what about you about to
But
do is
but
going to
but but the whole announcement, but the whole card is already announced on Facebook.
in the group.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, go for what you know. I ain't mad at you.
Well, first of all, check out Jesse Rican versus Tusabe. A lot of people telling me that's my best performance of all time. Uh, it got 2.5 thousand views.
Oh, you got your
Uh,
numbers. You was asking for that. You got your numbers you was asking for. I know you happy.
exactly. Yeah. Yo, and you know what's funny? Tusabe is my new manager, bro.
A word?
Yeah. Um, me and him had a few discussions, and he's gonna be my manager right now. And then it's funny because how much I started off hating the dude. You know what I mean?
What you say?
It's funny because how much I started off hating the dude, but we had a couple deep conversations, you know.
So
And then yeah,
how
go
did it
ahead.
come about with you having a rapper as a manager?
Well, I wanted Norris to be my manager, and Norris was like, "Yo, I can't really do nothing at the moment." No, I'm being honest. And Norris was like, "I can't really do nothing at the moment." And then me and Tusabe was talking, and he was like, "I don't know nothing about being a manager." I was like,
Black Sheep, salute, appreciate it, bro. I really thank you. 442 on the
oh,
line. What's popping? That's Doze.
Yo,
What's good, G?
man, what's cracking, my guy?
Oh, salute, bro.
Fam, man, my condolences, bro. I just tuned back in
Yeah, man.
and heard
I
about
just
your father. Oh my
yeah,
God, man.
it's all good, man. I just got home. So much going on late last night, early this morning, man. So I just felt like getting on live and just talking some shit. I ain't feel like, sitting around doing nothing and all that.
Oh man, I'm already knowing, man. I'm here for you, man. So,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
but I wanted to call in too, man, because nobody cares about Jesse's battles. Okay, so
Yeah, talk about it. I want to see y'all battle. I want y'all to battle. Jesse, Regan, and K Doze. I want a one rounder.
Nah, we would never battle. That's my bro right there.
Oh, now you scared. You scared to battle Doze?
No, I couldn't battle Jesse, man.
Oh man, it's all good.
So all right, so me and Deuce were talking, and we're just like, he was like, I never managed somebody's career before. I was like, well, that means you will stay more focused on me. So like, you want to give it a try? And he's like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. So Deuce is my manager.
Does he have any managing experience? Like, what was his resume looking like?
Just a battle rapper, but he's a really intelligent person. You know, he's been through college and everything, man.
So that makes him a good manager. I don't know, Prime.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a good idea at the moment. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe Prime could get Dusabe to be a manager. Those, what you think?
Man, Prime don't only worry about himself, man.
Prime need management. He no showing and he terrible.
Nah, man, Prime actually got a big announcement coming up pretty soon too, man.
Okay, so I got two things to announce if I can.
Right. Salute to everybody in the chat. See? Make sure y'all hit that like button for me and hit that share button if y'all will, man. I appreciate it.
February 6th, shout out to my homie Zicho. He's throwing the best card ever thrown in Connecticut. Zicho versus A Ward. Me versus Big Mac. Real Deal versus Dusabe. Lord Birdie versus QP. Zim versus Spit Boxer. It's called Legends versus Johnny Storm versus Marv One.
It's called Legends versus what?
Legends versus Homegrown.
That's what's up. Now you named your battle second, like before Real Deal, before QP, before all these niggas that we know. So what's up with that?
I think I'm going second on the card.
You ready? Is this 3 rounds, 1 round?
It's a 3 round of 2 minutes.
Dope.
And Pace One is hosting it. Pace One from the Outsiders, the former group with Eminem, hosting the shit.
Y'all lit. Doze, you hear anything about Av and Fonz?
Man, I've been doing my digging. I haven't heard anything, man. I've been sending text messages, DMs. Haven't heard anything, bro. So I don't think it went down, man.
Yeah, it lead me to believe that it did not happen. But ain't nobody saying anything. Like before they let people out the event, they made niggas like, yo, look, before y'all leave this venue, y'all better not say that this shit didn't happen. Y'all better keep fans and all that. Damn.
Yeah, facts.
Damn, yo, that's crazy.
Yo, T, can I say something else too?
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm also throwing a main event, and I'm gonna promote the Homegrown New York expansion. So I'm doing a Homegrown New York League, which I'm looking for the main event to be Young Cannon versus Johnny Storm, and Danny Myers versus Dusabe.
Where are these names coming from? Have you spoken with these artists, or you just?
I've spoken to them. Yeah, no, I've spoken to them. Yeah.
Dope. So let me ask you a question. Why do y'all, when y'all start these leagues, y'all always want to use well-known names instead of developing names that ain't really known?
Well, that's the whole point of Homegrown versus Legends. I mean, we're hoping our own home team can actually beat these guys, you know?
But with your expansion in New York, you're naming people that we know about. I mean, I guess you got to use them to get the ball rolling, but
Yeah, I want to use them to get the ball rolling, and then on top of that, I want the rest of the card to be something doper. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me ask you.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot one battle on February 6th: Chilla Jones versus Blackwood Craze. So
he the champion, the homegrown.
Yeah. Yes.
What you saying, Dose?
Let me ask. I want to ask y'all: do y'all think there will ever come a time where, it doesn't matter which league you battle on?
I think the time is now.
Not at all. That's a lie. Everybody and their mother won't be on caffeine, and there's only one platform on caffeine.
But what I mean by that, look at my last battle. I got 2.5 thousand views. It was on homegrown.
Right.
Like, it doesn't have to be on Smack to get a couple thousand views.
What was your expectation? Your expectation wasn't 2,000.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's what I'm saying.
And these other battlers that's been on, battling for years on YouTube, if they get a battle that hits 2,000, like they'll cry. That's crazy. That's not gonna work for them.
And you know what? Too, man. To add to that, like this URL app, just from kind of from the outside looking in, I'm starting to kind of see like how it's not really the benefit to the artist too much.
I always question how they count views and all that, because you could go to YouTube, you can go to Verse Track and count up how many views a battler got. I don't know how you able to calculate that.
So it takes away the leverage from the up and comer. It takes away that leverage.
If you guys remember, there was a time and point where like URL was like Lord Lux won the 40 G's. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's crazy." And now people looking at it like, "Oh, well, that's not enough." You know what I mean?
As far as the amount of money to get booked.
Yeah. I mean, I think Lux was just pretty much seeing what was happening. He was like, "Hold on, Webster Hall is being sold for 3,000 people. I'm getting booked for $10,000, and smacking them or leaving with which is, as a promoter, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. So props to smacking them, but like there was a time and point where like we were thinking Lux was crazy asking for that kind of money, and it turns out he wasn't that crazy after all.
But at the time, it wasn't the same. Well, I mean, Lux was smart, but shit, even before that, Cassidy was asking for crazy numbers.
Right. And he got it.
Years later, but I'm talking about when he wanted to battle Mook, or when Mook wanted to battle him.
Well, he wanted 20 G's to battle Mook, right?
Yeah. The culture that came a long way, yo.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the reason why I asked that question is because, I've just been looking over YouTube, and I can't, like, there's not, especially mainly URL and these new King of the Dot battles that are going on in this tournament. Ain't none of them going to YouTube, right?
Right.
Well, URL is basically using, which is smart, using their channel that has over 1 million subscribers to promote their trailers for their app up.
Well, they should. They should.
No. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. I'm just saying, in the long run, will it be advantageous for the battle rapper? You know what I mean? Because if people don't want to, like for example,
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I tell somebody, yo, they introduce themselves to battle rap, or they seen a trailer where they gonna watch it, you gotta go buy the app.
Right.
If I'm a battle rapper, you know what I'm saying? So let's say I'm Prime, right? And I get
Jesse, hold up, those Jesse.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing, yo, but you got a lot of noise in your background. I don't know if you want to move your phone, your mic, or something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What you saying, those?
No, I was just saying. So let's say I got a battle, right, and it's dropping on the app, and it's never going to drop on the YouTube. For the battle rapper, up and comer, I can see how that can be kind of hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So of course, even if you want to like get booked on other leagues, you know, how are you going to be able to use
But
leverage?
Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of battle rappers' concern is bringing in new fans. To me, it seems like battle rappers are trying to gain new fans that's already in the culture, that probably
Right.
already would have the app. But like a stranger, what you should be doing, yeah, I don't think battle rappers be focusing.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. But it just seemed like to me, their focus be on fans that they might not have that's already in the culture who probably already have the app. So they really don't care.
Right.
If they had to
Right.
bank on getting new fans that's not in battle rap, this shit could definitely affect them. So it goes to show.
Dang, can you imagine? Like, if you were to guess right now, Seven, how many people do you think actually have the app?
Oh man, at least. Oh man, at least 200,000.
At least 200,000.
Is that a stretch? What you think, Jesse? Or did we lose Jesse? I don't know. You think that's too much? Is that a stretch?
I don't. I don't think it's a stretch, but like you know what? I'm thinking that they're having a lot of people, you know, downloading it and they subscribe for a little bit and then they unsubscribe. You know, I can see that happening because, you know, URL has plenty of stretches sometimes where they're not really dropping much content on that app. Now, recently they're having more events, you know what I mean? But if we look at the totality since they've had the app, sometimes they take a little while and dropping stuff. But recently they've been dropping like almost the whole event now.
Right. Ain't got no choice.
So that's good.
Salute
Yeah, they really
can
don't.
we keep it real
Because it's
podcast?
like, dang.
He said he mentioned battle rap to a lot of hip hop heads, and it takes a certain type to like battle rap. Like this thing is still selective.
Right.
The culture is definitely still selective. About the name of that card,
No,
like niggas
definitely.
versus bitches. Like, you know, that type of shit usually wouldn't be a big deal, but right now, the culture is transitioning, yo. We can't take our foot off the gas.
Yeah. Yeah. The culture, like, again, like, even though it's still going to be a culture, always be a culture, it's so much more industry now. And everybody's starting to have more of an industry mindset now.
Ooh, hoodmix.com has the app battles. Salute. Appreciate that, alley-oop. I'm going to check that out. Now, what app battles? You talking about the URL app battles? Jesse.
Yo, hello?
How many people you think got the URL
Yeah,
app right
can
now?
you guys hear? That's a tough question because I can't answer that. If I had to guess, I'll say 10,000.
That's all? I think it's way more than 10,000. What you think, those?
I want to say it's closer to your number, but I think they have a fluctuation. I think they have increases and decreases. Like, for example, when these bigger events and bigger main events come up,
Right.
it goes up, and then I think possibly if there's nothing else exciting going on within the next month, people delete it.
And then subscribe.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think the average is? They have to have an average baseline. I mean, 50,000? You got 1 million subscribers on your YouTube channel.
I say 10,000. I say 10.
You say
10,000.
10. I think that's too low.
Yeah, I think that's pretty low.
Yo, people don't understand. Minorities in general, we're cheap. kind of. We're not trying
That's
to.
true.
If we
That's
could
true.
get the bootleg, we get it for free.
That's true.
Look,
Like,
I have two phones, right? I have an Android and an iPhone. On my Android phone, it says it has 100,000 plus downloads of this app,
okay.
and that's just on Google Play. If I go to Apple, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if that all goes together or if it's device by device, but you know. So I'm thinking it's pretty up there, pretty much up there. But that doesn't that's not the whole battle rap fan base, right?
Right.
Battle rap has way more fan bases than that, and people are watching that Caffeine app and they're screen recording. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The battle, and they probably watching it. You know what I mean later. But those app only events, are the ones to me that will make the app a lot more worth it.
But
But
so even if you
I was
go
just curious.
100,000, 50,000, 75,000 average a month at $8
Yep.
each. Ugh.
Yeah. I ain't trying to count nobody's pockets. That's bread, homie.
Oh my goodness.
Yo,
man.
can I ask you guys a question?
You already?
It is Murder Mook's three rounds the best 3 rounds we put together in battle rap history?
Versus Rock?
Yeah. Combined, all 3 rounds combined.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh,
Man, I don't know if I can
I don't know.
I don't know if I can go there.
I can't say no, but I can't say yeah real
Yeah, me
quick
too.
neither.
By the way, that 100,000 times $8 a month, that's 800,000. Just want to let y'all know that.
Unbelievable.
So that's it.
A month.
Oh, that's a month. Wow.
I don't know if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? We just talking numbers.
Well, what supposedly is true that they sold themselves for what? 160 million, right?
No, that's not true.
Well, that's why Norris wanted 40 mil, no?
Well, I don't know why Norbs wanted 40 million, but the 100-something million sponsorship for Caffeine, it wasn't about URL.
Yeah, they raised 100 and I forgot how much million.
103 million. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but
That's a lot of money.
but those Mook rounds were fire though. Like, but you know what? When you think about battle rap though,
That's what I'm saying. Those 3 rounds put together might have been the best 3 rounds articulated from a battle rapper, in my opinion.
Daylight had a fire 3 rounds too.
yeah,
I don't think it was such. I don't think it was touching Mooks.
Because it was so
Hell,
personal.
even
Mook
Yeah,
was so
because
crafty.
Daylight was more like bam bam
He was rapping.
pebbles
Daylight was rapping. But Mook was
talking.
performing surgery. He was performing surgery.
He was talking. Like when?
I kind of like Lux versus Hollow too. I like Lux.
I
3 rounds.
appreciate that, man. Salute. Definitely appreciate that, man. If you guys want to contribute, if you guys want to donate, I do have what's that thing called? The super chat is available. If you guys would like to donate or help me directly, I do have a Cash App available. I definitely appreciate that, and thank you guys again, man.
I sent T7 my own
appreciate
donation also.
I appreciate it, fam. I definitely appreciate that.
So yeah, like this is one of the hardest working dudes in battle rap.
Hey, salute.
I don't. Yo, T. I don't think you get your recognition, bro. Like
Well,
this dude's been journalizing from day one. And one thing he's never wanted to do, he always stood out like, he was like, yo, I don't want to get in the middle of this and that. He just kept it 100. He gave me one of my first interviews after I left Battle Rap Arena.
What type of recognition should I be getting, Jesse?
You need.
I don't want to be popular. I like
you need
traffic.
the flowers while you're still here. You need the flowers while you're still here.
I got you. When you say flowers, you mean pat on the back? Do I need to get more opportunities? Like, what you talking about?
I think URL should invite you to be one of the judges.
You are?
Actually, I'm gonna do you. I'm gonna one up URL on Connecticut's card.
Okay.
I want to invite you. I can't compensate you, but maybe I could buy your plane ticket. We'll talk about that. I want you to come be a judge.
I think that'll work. I think you should work on getting me paid. Maybe I can do some media coverage. You guys,
we could work on that.
I mean, we'll figure that out. But no, I'll definitely be a judge. I wouldn't have you charging me for that. That's nothing. Dan Barr say, wait a minute. Dan Barr say Miss Hustle and Moot were both right.
Hold on. Dan Barrs is in there?
No, Can We Keep It Real podcast. Salute to him in the live chat. Putting me on to some game.
Oh, I was gonna say, tell Dan to call up, bro. Don't act like you don't remember a brother, bro.
That was my first face-off. I had Dan Barrs and Rosenberg Raw.
Oh, that's a good battle. Who you got for that?
This was years ago.
Oh, they battled? I gotta watch it.
I know I had them on my show when I first started doing radio. They was going back and forth. I think they did battle. I forgot though. Doze, your countdown is coming. You about to be able to start going live in like what, a month?
Yeah, a little under a month now. Yeah.
So what you gonna do? You gonna leave the caffeine people hanging? You gonna come to YouTube? What you doing?
Nah, I'm actually planning to do something completely like a different way. I'm going to do live streaming on YouTube with battle rap. But I'm still going to do caffeine. Caffeine's going to stay exactly the same. Everything I'm doing on caffeine going to stay just like that. We're just going to add something different and new to Kato's Media on YouTube.
Bro.
Yo.
Dan Barrs was on Good Show today. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Did he play the audio?
He didn't play no audio from what I saw.
Can we keep it real? Did he play any audio during the show? Because I know Good's gonna put it on YouTube. He put his episodes on YouTube. So
it's already on YouTube.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing though, but I know Dan Barrs was saying, just like my man Kim Keep It Real podcast in the chat was saying that he said Miss Hustle and Mook were not lying. He said that they were right, but he didn't.
Oh shit. Damn.
He said, I'm not saying Tay Rock gay. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying.
We're saying that.
They're not wrong.
You are saying that. There's no. What are you? You are saying it.
I don't know.
Man, niggas bugged out, man. Bugged out. What you think about Chris Unbiased coming back?
I want to see them. Are you asking me or are you asking Jail?
Both of y'all.
I want to see the movie.
I heard the documentary is out in a Facebook group, and they not putting it on YouTube. That's what I heard.
If that's, I mean, I gotta watch it. I've always been a fan of Chris. I think Chris is a very creative person. Before he got locked up, Chris actually told me, "Yo, Jesse, I had just interviewed Rex, and I had done the whole, I'm part of Dom Mob thing." And he was like, "Yo, I want to do Dom Mob Untold Truth, and I want you to be part of it." And shortly after that, he ended up getting locked up, and I just want to see the whole story. I mean, there's some heavy allegations.
Oh yeah.
That I just want to see his side too. Like, you know, kidnapping and stuff, and just, I mean, if I could hear his side, then I'll be happy with that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What you think, Dose? It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's I feel like Seven, you and I we talked about this, and I feel like we both kind of called this in a way. But anyway, it's like it's one of those situations with. I'm definitely interested in seeing the documentary. I'm interested to see just his thoughts on what he was accused of,
Right.
why he was accused of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just how he felt about people that was really, they was getting on him. There was a lot of videos out here talking about Chris, and
it was battle truth. We're gonna get specific. We're gonna get specific.
Especially
it
truth.
Was definitely truth.
Especially battle truth. Definitely. And I just really want to see how he's going to do this, because I want to be real. Like, I feel like when I saw the little trailer, one of the things I was thinking about was, like, honestly, I was thinking, I hope, like, he does clear his name. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
and I'm like, damn, that he had to go through all that crazy stuff. If none of this stuff is true. And then I was like, it was kind of good to see Chris. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see, Chris O'Brien, one of the like first dudes for the toilets.
Your audio messed up on us.
Hello. We good?
You got muffled on us for a second. I couldn't hear you.
Okay. I was just saying that it was kind of good to see him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kind of, on camera and stuff like that. And then I was like, I really hope he can clear his name in this thing. But to me, it seemed like the coach, they've already kind of accepted him back already.
The coach don't give a fuck.
They don't, bro. Like, I'm
don't
just
give
gonna
a
keep
fuck
it
about
100.
nothing, yo.
Honestly, battle rap as a whole loves the mess. As a whole, it's like, infatuated and in love with the mess. So I don't even think he has to do a documentary. Honestly, he can just start blogging again. It'll be all right.
Yeah, he really did.
Nah. He needed to do the documentary. He needed
for his quality, for him to get the respect from quality people in the culture, he probably would have to do that. But if he just wanted to get money,
if he just wanted to come back and start blogging and kind of did a proverbial FU to everybody that don't have to do it, I think he would still probably pop off. But I'm glad he's doing it for his own self-respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, one thing I would say about Chris. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. One thing I would say about Chris, the quality of videos he puts up makes us all look like amateurs. Like he be shooting like some Netflix shit. Like,
you think so?
No. You don't think so?
No.
I think you bugging on that.
I don't think Unbiased was known for his editing skills. Like, I don't even know if Unbiased reviews joints back in the day was in HD. This was back in the day. We wasn't even on it like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said his shooting skills makes us look like amateurs. Makes the rest of the world look like amateurs.
But I'm saying, how do you figure that when I don't think that his quote unquote shooting skills was ever a highlight? I never really heard people talk about how crispy Chris work looked. I don't know what you mean.
Got you. Okay.
He never had like
maybe you're
effects.
Right.
He had creative like topics, like creative, like
He had creative things.
Yeah, like the
Untold
stock drop.
Truth.
Nobody had done that before.
Untold Truth, stock drops,
things like that. The Untold Truth, in and of itself, no one had ever done anything like that. Actually going to the battle rappers and they where they live at. No one has ever really done it like that for real. and made it an
Right.
actual thing. Like it wasn't just like a interview like Hip Hop is Real 15 Minutes of Fame where they go to somebody's house, or even like I do on the on site. He actually
Right.
does a whole like hour long documentary for real. He was
Right.
like, one of the first ones actually doing that for real.
Right. Now, in his documentary, a lot of people talking about now, he said that he never got in trouble before. But people are pulling up his jail record showing that he got arrested before. So there could be some disconnect in what he was saying in the trailer. If he lied in the trailer about certain things, did they all feel like he'd be a liar in the video?
I want to watch it. I want to watch it. I can't.
You want to be in it. You sound like you want to be in it, Jesse.
Yeah, I do. No, kind of I do. But I met Chris before in person, and he never struck me as that kind of person.
All I know is this. All I know is he better not interview himself like Michael Hughes did in his documentary.
Oh, that'd be hysterical.
That's all I know.
Yo,
Black, Jesse, hold up. Jesse Reekin and K Doe's on the line with me. Salute y'all. I didn't know Drugs and Gems had beef.
Oh, do they? I didn't know that, man.
Well, they settling their beef according to the chat. I never knew they had issues.
I actually reached out to Jims, and you guys tell me if this is stupid or not. I reached out to Jims, and then he DM'd me like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Yo, I'm just glad at the blogging that you're doing and stuff." So he got pissed at me because I said, because of a line I said.
What line? Be specific, nigga.
I said, I put Adi behind these bars before the cops did. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to put hands on you and this one." But the thing is, I spoke to Adi, and Adi was like, "Those bars are tough." So, wait, I mean...
Jim's got a relationship with Adi Boone?
Used to. I'm talking about 5 years ago. So I said it on Twitter because I was about to use the line. So I just tested it out. I said, I put Adi behind these bars like before the cops did. And Jim was like, "Bro, don't use my name, my friend's name for clout. I'll stomp you out," and shit like that.
And what you said?
I retweeted it. I didn't answer. I retweeted it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't beat the shit out Jims.
I mean, Jim's he's a bigger person than me. He could beat the shit out. But
this guy Jesse is crazy. You hear this, K-Does?
What?
With grown men here in 2020 talking about how big another motherfucker is, so we not going to address him being disrespectful.
No, but I hit Adi up and I said, "Yo, I said this is this cool?" Adi was like, "Yeah."
No, I ain't talking about the bar. Forget the bar. What Jim said to you, you should have beat Jim's ass for that. You talking about he big. So what? So you just
You
let
think
that
so?
slide.
The harder they fall, family.
We done seen Jims get hands put on him twice.
I'm not a fighter, bro.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm a lover.
That's cool. That's cool. Love yourself enough to not get disrespected, though. How about that?
Oh, hold on. So this isn't J.O. This is K-Doe. This is K-Doe who judged the disaster battle?
Yeah, this is K-Do's. And disaster battle in the day.
Yo, K, I'm sorry, bro. What were you thinking, bro? What were you thinking?
Watch this. Now watch this.
That's what we doing.
Watch this.
Right now?
Watch this, Dose, because I'm gonna let you get your round off. What did K-Do's do, disaster?
Here we go.
You robbed Frack of a chance of winning $50K, bro.
What did he say? What did K-Do's? How did K-Do's rob disaster? I mean, Rob Frack.
He gave the battle to Diz, right?
Oh, all right. Oh, all right. I just wanted to make sure that you was clear on what you were saying and you knew what you talking about. Now, I didn't know the Frack disaster battle was a $50,000 battle, so I don't know how.
No. I said he robbed him of getting the chance to win $50K.
You know it was 4 judges, right? You know it was 4 judges.
And every judge needs to be drug tested, like you say.
So why did you say you instead of y'all, if you felt like that?
Well, he's one of the judges.
And because I'm the most visible. First of all, I'm gonna say this, Jesse. Like when it comes to that, if King of the Dot and everybody involved with that were being very honest about that situation, they would know that they were like the guinea pigs of that whole shit. The way that shit went down.
Facts.
So the way we were told how to judge it, I know I did the best I could with it, and that's how I felt. So like.
So how were you told to judge it?
Basically, you know what, bro? I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. The nigga, he won the battle in my opinion. Like, I don't.
This won the battle in your opinion.
Yeah, like, bro, that's it. What it is. Like, during the battle, when I saw it, that's how I felt. I haven't had a chance to even watch the battle again because I don't even know if it's. Well, it was on Twitch. I'll say this just as a fan point of view. It was on Twitch. It's viewed as one of the worst decisions in battle rap history.
Facts.
I really don't care though, bro.
Another fact.
I mean,
but look, what you gotta understand, bro. Like, I really don't care, bro. Like, you know,
what makes
a lot
that?
of people
what makes that the biggest?
That judging situation.
I think the hold on. Hold on, okay. I'm sorry to cut you off. You said what made it one of the biggest robberies. I think is when the bloggers actually spoke up and we were like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?"
Okay,
this is one of the worst.
So it wasn't the actual.
And then.
So hold up. So it wasn't the result. It was the backlash. It was the bloggers. That's what you're saying. Because King of the Dot.
No. What I'm saying, you said what?
Hold on. King of the Dot as a platform has had multiple experiences when it comes to robberies, even with their championship chain matches.
Well,
twice.
And I think this is one of the cases where people actually got to speak up and be like, and voice our opinions. Like,
this was the case.
It was nice. Like,
this was the case.
Like, you know, right?
That King of the Dot left niggas like guinea pigs, like those said.
Hold on, yo, but
no.
Yo, T.
Hold up, Jesse.
Go ahead.
Jesse, you talking too much, my nigga.
Go ahead.
So look, this is what happened. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 across the board. All right. So look, they reached out to me the day before for me to judge the battle, right?
Right.
In my mind.
No, hold up. Don't. No, hold up, those. Don't just downplay that, Jesse. Did you hear what he just said?
No, that's crazy. A day before, that's dope.
Okay, so
no, that's not dope. And you can't just throw that under the rug. They contacted these dudes the day before the event to ask them to judge the battle.
So look,
I got it.
The day before. Now, on the way out there, I'm driving out there. I live 2 hours out of LA, so I'm driving out there. They're telling me, "Hey, we sent you something of the criteria on how we're going to judge." So at first I'm thinking I'm just gonna judge the battle and just judge the battle. But no.
Right.
So I get there to the venue, they give me a paper that said this is how we gonna judge it. So I said, okay, boom. I got with the other judges and we're just kinda looking at it like, okay, and they're saying judge it like boxing. I've never judged boxing before. I don't even know what the hell how to judge boxing. I watch boxing, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know how they judge it. So they have a criteria that say, okay, if you feel like if the person slips up or if they choke, you give them this many points. If it's a good round, you give them this many points, et cetera, et cetera. So you give them, it's like a 7, 6 to 7, 8 to 9. Oh, my fault. No, it ain't. I think it's like 7, 8 to 9, or 10s. This stuff, I ain't never seen this before. So I'm sitting there trying to figure this out. So I can't just do what these niggas been doing now, is just doing basically recaps after the battles now. That's all they doing now. There is no criteria anymore. After each battle that day, they told us to deliver the judgments differently after each battle. People really remember and pay attention. At first, we were just saying who we felt won. And then they said, oh, the next battle came, do it like this because we need more time. We need more time in between the battles. So we had to talk more. You see what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
All these things were changing each battle. So then when Diz versus Frack came up, I'm judging each battle how they finally work it down to me to judge it. And how I judge the battles is how I came up with the win.
I mean that's a dope answer because a lot of people feel
I'm not in control of the other three dudes that's there. So the reason why everybody came down on me is because I'm the more visible person.
Right.
Dudes. So it's easy.
No, that's a dope answer. I think what a lot of people felt that day was like, Frack got robbed of an opportunity for $50K. Like everybody wants like the underdog moment. You know what I mean? And one of the highlights of the battle that stands out for me was when he pulled out the sheets on the COVID-19 and then he ripped it in half. He was like, I know this dude was ripping in half. That's why I came with my mom told me we was going to have another fat guy. And he pulled out another one. And I was like, I just think Frank outbarred him to death. I think a lot of the battle rap community feels that way. But I hear your opinion and I respect it. Like, did you get a chance to speak to Frack about it?
Oh yeah.
That's the part. That's the bullshit part. He interviewed Frack immediately after the battle.
I interviewed Frack and Disaster together.
I saw that interview when they're on the bench together. Yeah.
Frack didn't mention anything about getting robbed. He said he disagreed with the decision, but he didn't have that energy. Hold up, I'm not done. I'm not done. That next day, Monday, Restore Order had him on there. They say, yo, Frack, you got robbed, my nigga. Frack words was, well, I'm a guest in the culture. I don't feel like I got robbed. I will say I feel like the judges should be more educated
right.
about the battle. But I'm a guest in this culture, so I'm not going to say I got robbed.
Right.
That's what he said Monday. Then when everybody on social media start pumping them up, gassing them up, he start with that robbery shit. The next day, Geechee Gotti invited him, K-Doz, and another judge to come up and talk.
Right.
He declines. K-Doz and them come up. He gets on Twitter, want to talk slick about the interview that K-Doz did with Geechee, and want to do his own interview by himself, talking about he got robbed. So Frank, to me, is a sucker. Up and down.
I mean, that might be all fair and well, but I still think you want You're not going to change the viewpoint. You okay?
Yeah,
Actually, while I have you on the line, maybe I could get you down to be the third judge for the Connecticut battle.
You got paid those costs.
Yeah, hey,
those costs.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. You gotta pay me to judge anything from now on. because some people almost caught phase with me over this.
No,
the way
fake ass niggas.
The way you explained it was so dope, bro.
Bro. All
right, yo. So, Kate, all right. So, if you're not going to be a judge, can I give you? Well, you're not going to know the people. I was going to say, can you give me a prediction? But you're not going to know the homegrown artist. Check out the homegrown artist, and then maybe we could get your prediction one day. Is that cool?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing predictions for you at all, bro. It's just one thing I want to say real quick before we move forward. Real quick, and this ain't just to you, that's just to anybody. So anybody that felt some type of way about that whole judging situation, you are entitled to how you feel in your opinion.
Well, can you watch my battle versus Dusabe? I kind of mentioned it. I said,
I got a lot of love for you, but I'm not interested in watching you battle, bro. I'm really not.
No. I actually did. Did pretty decent.
What you do on this platform, I love it though. What you do on here,
thank you.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
But I just want to get this out real quick because a lot of people, was going in. Bloggers, a lot of people was going in, and for the most part, I kept my mouth shut. But I just found it funny, though, when I went on Geechee's podcast, he said what I had to say. Now I'm emotional, and now I'm this, I'm that.
No, I get
like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like,
I get everything you're saying, but
it's like cats become this certain kind of energy, but then when I come with a certain kind of energy, it's emotional. All I'm saying is this: if y'all gonna talk the way y'all be talking, y'all have to expect that same energy back. But that being said,
can I just say,
because he got his album out, and his album from last time I checked doing good. So salute to him, salute to everybody else. However, I don't even care about that.
Kay, can I just say one thing, bro? Can I just say one thing? I think the fans, we don't like if it was a regular battle, we wouldn't really care. I think the fact that made us care more was the fact that there was $50K in the line.
No, it wasn't.
It was a regular battle. It was that. Yo, T, it was that.
I don't let you talk. I'm not trying to hear none of that stupid shit. It was a regular battle. It was the first round of a tournament. And the battle rap community is known to take one thing and just try to ride the wave until the wave and the momentum is gone. Niggas have been robbed on bigger platforms and bigger situations, and the shit just never was an issue. It was nothing going on right now.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why, because 50K was on the line. That's what I'm thinking.
It wasn't about no 50K being on the line. This was the first round of a tournament. Cut that shit out when you talk about 50K. You making it seem like the nigga got robbed of 50,000. The nigga Frack Buzz was lit off of him losing. If he would have beat Disaster, he wouldn't even have been invited to Restore Order and all these podcasts. Him losing got his ass lit. So I'm not trying to hear that shit, man. Fuck out of here. And fuck Frack. He's a sucker. Period.
I disagree. I think
I don't care if you disagree. This ain't about disagreeing or agreeing. I feel the nigga's a sucker. Period. The nigga ain't want to stand on his own, and the nigga switched sides when he felt momentum from the battle rap community. That was corny. He stood right in front of this man. He interviewed with this man right after the battle. Didn't have that energy about being robbed and all that slick ass shit. Fuck out of here. You don't even hear the nigga Frack name now. Album ain't popping. Ain't nobody talk about no songs, man. Get the fuck out of here with that dumbass shit, man. Fuck that nigga, man.
Yo, K, have you talked to Frack after?
Ain't nothing to talk about. He could have talked to the nigga face to face on Geechee show.
Yeah, that
Ain't nothing to talk about, nigga.
That's something he should have done. Like he should have just.
Well, talk about that shit.
Yeah,
nigga. Talk about that.
He should have just
talk
showed
about
up
some
there.
$50,000 and all that, man. Nigga, please. Who would have said that Frack would have made it this far, even if he'd have beat this? It's a tournament.
Look, one of the main things is because of disaster. People love disaster. A lot of people hate disaster.
Right.
So since disaster is involved in it, and it's in
That's
LA,
what it is.
and all that extra shit that come along with it, now everybody throws out all these things when it comes to it. So it is what it is, though, man. Like, either way it goes, I'm the best judge ever in the world. So it is what it is.
All right, man. Fuck with okay get it out like that, man. Niggas be doing cordy ass shit. And then when it came around again for these niggas to judge again, they didn't even tell these dudes they wasn't going to judge no more. They did some old sneaky shit. That's why I don't respect that platform like that. These niggas came up with a judging format after this shit happened. And then when they came back around for the round 2 of the West, they don't even let these niggas know, yo, we going to go in a different direction with the judges. It was too much backlash. You know, we appreciate what y'all did. They ain't say nothing. Left them niggas just, like, niggas didn't care, but, like, that's corny.
Yes, that whole situation was like a trash situation. But at the end of the day, man, I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot about a lot of y'all dudes out here too that was smiling my face. And then
smile my face, y'all call me some well wishes, and behind my back, y'all make fun of me, kind of thing.
So I just find it hilarious, like. But it is what it is, though, man. I learned a lot, and I moved forward, though, man. But thank you for bringing that whole thing up, Jesse. It was a great thing to relive.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, bro. I know you mean that so sarcastically, but
I appreciate it. I appreciate you bringing that up.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. Yo, if it makes you feel any better, I told T7 before. I said this on the show before. I got punched in my face because of battle rap. So
I ain't know that. Oh, I need to hear that story.
Yeah, I told you that story.
All right, well, tell me again. I don't remember this story. When did you get punched in the face in a battle? And where's the footage?
There's no footage of it. Not in the battle. It happened after the event.
Oh, that's just.
Well, before you tell the story, I want people just coming in. I don't want nobody thinking I got punched in the face. I don't want you. That ain't never happened. That ain't never gonna happen. I promise you.
I told you this story, T.
I swear I don't remember.
Oh my God! All right, so
do we know the person? Do we know the person who punched you?
You ever heard the rapper Know a Lot, the white guy from Connecticut?
No.
All right. Well, one of his affiliations punched me, but I got punched because of Uno Lavos.
What happened? What's the story?
I was doing me and Norbs had just broken up friendship off of Battle Rap Arena. And I was doing a Battle Rap Arena event, and like 4 months.
Put the goons on you. No, it's had niggas run up on you.
No. Like 4 months before, Uno was supposed to battle this guy No Lie. So no, like I have them both on 3-way together, and Uno was like, "Yo, my electricity bill went out. If you pay me $300, I'll battle you for free. Don't worry about it."
Okay.
I told No Lot that day. I was like, "Yo, bro, I don't think this is a good idea, because you're gonna give him the money, and he has no incentive. to battle us. And then he was like, nah, Uno, you give me your word. And Uno was like, yeah, I'll give you my word. So Noah sent him the money. Boom, boom, boom. You know, a few months later, me and Norbs have a breaking out with Battle Rap Arena.
Okay.
And then Uno.
This story long as shit. Can you speed it up?
I'm trying to speed it up as much as I can, but I want to give you the whole story though. So all right. So then Uno calls me that day, and he goes that morning of the battle, and he goes, "Yo, Norris told me that you don't fuck with him no more. So he said if I do the battle, I'm not welcome along on URL."
Okay. Okay.
So now I'm trying to call Norris. Norris don't answer. I call Beasley. Beasley like, bro.
Okay. So speed it up to the event. Let's get to the event.
All right. So the event comes, and then Norris calls me. He goes, "Yo, Uno just told me just use my name, and then you don't have to battle." So I call Uno, I tell him that, and then Uno's like, no, that never happened. He told me I can't battle on Battle Rap Arena. So this dude comes in a truck with 20 people, and I was like, yo, bro, I told you, I don't think Uno's coming. I was like, yo, so I'll make this battle happen with you. You could battle with July Streets. And then he's like, no. And I was like, yo, but Murder Mook's there hosting the shit. So then he's supposed to Murder Mook after. So then I tell Noah, I was like, yo, bro. I was like, yo, Noah told me that Uno said that he's just using him as an excuse. And he was like, well, come say it on camera. I was like, I don't want to say it on camera, bro. And then he grabbed me by my shirt. I was like, don't grab me by the shirt like that. And then his boy came at me and punched me two times in the face, and my boy 2 times in the face.
Oh, they tried to play you on some. That's corny.
And then we ran to the car. and
Who you
and then
was with somebody?
I was with my homie.
Who?
You don't know.
Yeah, that ain't
a friend of mine.
You don't know the nigga either. You don't know him either.
No, I know him. It was a friend of mine, but he's not in battle rap like that. So you won't know.
I don't care. You see what didn't you said he? Why did he help you?
He wasn't trying to fight neither. He just went to the car.
Yo, that doesn't matter. Yo, a lot of people don't be wanting to fight. You have to handle business.
With 14 people looking around you, bro?
What that mean? It wasn't 14 people that hit you.
That's
true. It was 2 people.
That's true.
Oh, man. And even if it was 14, like, yo, come on, man.
And so
I don't know. People move different.
We ran to the car. They went, well, you asked me the story. I'm just telling you the story. So we ran to the car, and they left, you know.
And that was it.
That was it.
Crazy. All right, man. I'm about to end the stream. I appreciate all the prayers, y'all. This has been crazy. I guess I watched that disaster battle in a little bit. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'm definitely going to watch that Dan Bars interview with Goods. I've been waiting to hear this.
You okay?
What up?
Hit me on Twitter, bro.
All right.
Doze, I appreciate you, fam.
You already